stream. I'm your host for these Goblin Hours. My name is Jamie, and my pronouns are she, her. We are Roll Plus Bond, the Friends at the Table fan community dedicated to playing one shots of TTRPGs that interest us. Every year, we put on this stream to raise money in solidarity with causes around the globe. This year is a first for us because we are raising money for the same organization we raised money for last year, Medical Aid for Palestinians. It feels especially fitting that we happen to be doing this on this weekend because it is also the start of the holy month of Ramadan. So, Ramadan Kareem to those of you observing. We call this block 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. New York time the Goblin Hours because we ended up with the Goblin themed games during this time across all 3 days of our stream. Today we are playing Fuck You, I'm a Goblin by Therapeutic Blasphemy Games, which, spoiler, is me. Yes, I made this game. Um, and I'm not playing this all by myself. I have somehow tricked a lovely group of people into joining me. In order of Discord appearance, will my co conspirators in fun and fundraising please introduce themselves?
Yes, I'm Clay Mayhem. I use he or they, either is good. And I am beyond excited to participate in this hallowed time that we call Goblin Hour.
Yeah, I'm Gumbo. I use they them pronouns. Um, I have one of my own goblins trying to step on my computer as we're playing. So, um, hello from both myself and Juniper.
Hello to Juniper. I'm Ian. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm very excited to get back to my goblin roots, having done multiple goblin games. The first one of these streams that I've done, but not since.
Yeah, and I'm Rumta. I use she, her, and fair pronouns. And yeah, um, just happy to be playing a game today that I can just relax and enjoy and just be a nice little goblin for a bit.
I love it. I love it. So, as I said, today we're playing Fuck You, I'm a Goblin, which is a hack of Lasers and Feelings by John Harper. And this is a game that is almost perfectly made for the one-shot streaming experience. Even though I don't think John had that in mind when he made it, but all the same, we're grateful. So, fuck you, I'm a goblin. You are workers of Dungeon Mart. You are also not getting paid nearly enough for all the nonsense you put up with. It's time to create a little chaos and disrupt the business as usual. So we are going to start creating characters. We'll design the store, and then we'll get into our retail nightmare. But before we do that, I want to cover some safety stuff and all that good game hygiene, as if you will. So to start, I do have a deck of cards, which I think all the players can see. It's not important that it be on the stream, but we have a deck of cards. Are you all able to see the deck of cards here?
Mm-hmm. I can see.
Okay, perfect. Now, these deck of cards are our safety cards. We have a red card. Whee! Red card. To play that lets us know that we need to stop the game, take a pause, and figure out how we need to course correct. We got a yellow card if we need to slow things down a minute and maybe figure out how we can course correct without maybe we don't have to stop the whole game, but maybe we just slow down and shift the conversation to make sure everybody still feels good about what we're doing. We've got the green card, which, I don't anticipate us needing, but it's there if you want it, for any of those situations where maybe you're playing an emotional moment and you want to let us know that you are doing a-okay, just playing your character. And of course, if you want, you can always send me a message directly on the Roll20. You can send one directly to me and let me know that we need to stop or pause or change something. If anything makes you uncomfortable, we can always do that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now I want to go over the goals and reminders. These are things that we talked about prior to the start of the game, but I put them in this format to make sure that it was all kind of fit together. In this game, we will be crass but never cruel, whimsical with our violence rather than gritty or gruesome. We will never feature, flirt with, or suggest the following in our game: sexual violence or brutality against children. Uh, we will allow the camera to pass by but not stay with injury to the eyes. Are there any last minute additions you'd like to add to this list of things that you don't want to see at all in this game, or things that you would prefer we just sort of gloss over rather than focus on?
I think it should be fine.
Okay. All right. In that case, we should perhaps make some characters.
Mm.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's go. Unless you really don't want to, let's go in reverse Discord order since we started at the top for introductions. Let's go reverse order for character creation. Ramda, do you have an idea of a character?
Yeah, I think I've got a fairly solid idea. Yeah, okay. Yeah, got. I think. Yeah, I think name's gonna be Xenia. Probably a sleek look. Probably working in the stockroom. They probably don't want her out on the shop floor all that much. And she doesn't do much there. Mostly spends much of her time writing Goblin smut in the hiding in the corner.
And Xenia's pronouns?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
And probably 3 for the number. No, slightly better. 4 for the number. Let's go 4. No point going right in the middle. Let's go with 4.
All right. Ian, do you have a character concept?
I think I do.
All right, tell me about your character.
I will be playing Louis Loogie Lugs. Loogie is not so much his preferred nickname as what his name tag got printed as, and as long as that's you can't not wear your name tag. And if that's what your name tag says, it's what you have to answer to. And we're going to get a new one printed and fix that for you. That was 8 months ago. It still says Loogie.
Mhm. Yeah.
Loogie, he uses he/him pronouns. I think he has a spindly look, the kind of goblin art that looks like they're just a stick figure, but with a like football on top for a head.
Yeah.
And I think Louis works in point of sale. And I'm feeling either 2 or 3 for him. Let's just go to the let's go 2. That seems the more interesting way than trying to hedge. So radicalize this goblin, please.
Okay, you said your number was 2. Did I hear that right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, the text box just absolutely up and died on me there. So
Roll
so I
20
just had to
being
open
weird
it.
about something?
Xenia's name tag's been spelled wrong as well. It's with an X, but of course it has to be with Z. They have to spell it wrong.
Yeah, what are you talking about? That was on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Your corporate overlords care about you. That's why your name's spelled wrong. All right. Who is next? Gumbo?
Is it me?
It is, yeah.
Buttmeg. Buttmeg, like nutmeg with a B. I am crusty, and I work in weapons. And my number is a 5.
Okay. Buttmeg's pronouns.
She, they. Just like my cat.
Nothing says neoliberal hellscape like getting paid minimum wage and having your pronouns respected.
Absolutely.
Okay. Clay, are you ready?
Yeah. Ian sort of stole my my concept, but I'll think of something else. It's okay. I'll be Gumblestonks. And Gumblestonks will be sleek, but in the way that sort of glass that has been in the sea and been smoothed over many years, because Gumblestonks doesn't actually work in the store, was fired many years ago, but keeps disappearing into a bag of holding, and it's not quite big enough opening, but he managed to sort of oil himself up and go into that bag of holding every night and then come out. Gumblestonks works in point of sale, to the chagrin of everyone else who works in sale, because Gumblestonks is a 5 in chaos, and tries to get people to buy ridiculous things or steal things, or just in general is a menace on the floor.
And what is Gobblestonk's pronouns?
Gumblestonks is he, him. Let's say that. Yeah.
Now, is it Gobble, like eating, or gomble?
Gomble.
M. Gomble. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my goodness, these names. I love it so much. Okay. So now the players already know this, but just to explain, these numbers that folks are giving at the end of their character description, they are telling us whether they lean more towards chaos or ass kissing. And so we have people chose a number between 2 and 5, with the high numbers meaning you are good at chaos, while a low number means you are good at ass kicking or ass kissing. So I wish it was ass kicking. That'd be pretty funny. But that's actually what chaos is all about. Chaos is needed for violence, talking back, and otherwise being a nuisance. Ass kissing is needed for de escalation, communication, and otherwise putting others at ease. Now, as a group, let's talk about this store. Now, I just kind of like cobbled together a little map to sort of give us some semblance of what a store layout might look like. But the specifics are up to you all. We have some adjectives to choose from. So we have cramped, spacious, outdated, trendy, busy, or desolate. And we can also come, if you have some others that you'd like to use instead, that's totally fine.
I think cramped will be fun, especially since the one department we know stock department we know we have is weapons. So a cramped weapon store is always a good time.
That makes sense to me.
Nothing says you're having a good day like bending over to stock the lower shelves and you end up with a spear in your behind.
Mm-hmm.
Do we only sell weapons?
No, we got all kinds of things here at Dungeon Mart. I mean,
We're a big chest store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's only one of us works in stock department, and that's weapons.
Weapons are definitely a big part of the dungeon industry, but you got to think of things like traps and acid for your acid pits, and mimics and gelatinous cubes and all those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just got over potions that you're going to trick all the adventurers into drinking.
Oh, I thought we were supplying adventurers going into dungeons. Sounds like we had supplying the dungeons.
Here's the thing. It turns out that a dungeon is not considered a war, so we can play both sides. We sell for both.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
It doesn't have to be a war to sell to both sides.
I wonder if our other adjective is, I don't know if trendy is quite right, but something along those lines. I just going with the line about the being paid minimum wage but having your pronouns respected. Is there something there?
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
Let's
Are
see.
we
What was the first one? Sorry, I didn't hear.
cramped?
Cramp. All right. Yeah. I like trendy. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We're like the all organic dungeon store.
No, like the Whole Foods for the dungeon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whole sorts.
Like Trader Jarnathan sort of deal.
Mhm.
Okay.
Non-GMO gelatinous cubes.
Yes, that's important.
Labeled both non-GMO and organic, even though that's redundant labeling.
Mhm.
And they're gluten free.
Yes.
And vegan too. They managed to make the gelatinous cube without like pig feet.
Yeah. Yeah, managed to make a justice cube without any either gluten or
Gluten-free.
collagen holding it together.
Yes.
I suppose because use there are vegetative sources of collagen, I guess technically, but
Okay, so now folks get to choose a quirk about the store. Some examples provided in the text are hidden department, perpetually clogged toilet, carnivorous mannequins, somehow open 36625/8, food court, or blood sacrifice accepted as payment.
You choose one of these as a group.
Yeah, or you could come up with your own if there's one that really comes to mind that's not on there.
Mm. I
This
I really like the 366-25/8. I feel like some horrible magic has been done to squeeze in an extra day extra hour a day and month or whatever.
and
Let's
yet you
do
still
that. Oh, hour,
manage to find time to call into a bag of holding and sleep when the store's open more than the entire day.
and we
Yeah.
don't get PTO.
Well,
Mm.
yeah, the full-time staff still only work 40 hours a week, so they're not bothered by the extra day in the week because they get it off. They get a 3-day weekend.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like the perpetually clogged toilet also, just because it feels appropriate for some good potty humor.
We do love it when things go to shit.
Mhm.
I'm okay if you want to do both. I think that's totally fine to do
Yeah.
both.
I have
that
one
just makes
question.
it being open every an extra day weekend, an extra day and a year, a week, blah, 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 blah. An extra day a week, an extra day, but only one extra day a year, and then next hour a day. Step, and that just makes having a perpetual toilet just that much worse.
Is
Yes.
it in one of the public? Is it in a public restroom or in the staff bathroom?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I probably should have known the answer to that before I asked, shouldn't
To
I?
change the location into the least convenient location at all times.
Oh God.
One toilet is always perpetually clogged, but it's not a specific toilet.
No.
Never
No,
the
it's a
same
curse.
toilets. Every
It's a curse,
more
yeah.
than once a week.
Yeah. It's kind of like it's a bit it's a bit of roulette, right? Toilet roulette.
Mm-hmm.
When you get sent to clean it, you hope it has changed location.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it's sentient.
Oh
Whoa.
God.
Now I'm
has
just
become.
thinking of that. Now I'm just thinking of that Christmas themed joke about the singing toilet. Do you see what I see?
Or the big poo from Conga's Bad for the opera singing poo in the zoo is also.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
It's a good store. I also like the detail of there being an extra hour and an extra day per week, but only one extra day per year. Timer has gone really wonky.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that's yep. Hmm. It's like one of those things where somebody was trying to write some ad copy and they got it wrong, right? They wrote it wrong, and somehow, like, maybe they wrote on some magical scroll or something
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and suddenly made it come into being, and now it's just like, well, now our store is extra fucked.
Or maybe there's like a company wizard and they just write out these bulletins or memos, which the wizards then enact, and they don't care what it says on the bulletin, they just enact it. And thus the entire world structure has been changed because of it. Okay. Good story.
Is there somewhere we should put character names and pronouns so that we can all see those? Because I will not remember those just off the dome.
Yeah.
Actually, there is. I am sharing it with the rest of you right now.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Then I was definitely just setting you up to say that.
100%. Yeah, we are vibing here.
Well done, Ian. Well done.
All
Mhm.
right, now, so I believe you all should be able to see
Our notes.
goals and
Yes.
reminders and our notes.
Yes.
Perfect.
And I think I've got everybody with their name, pronouns, look, and their department.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
I thought you were calling me a piece of shit. I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
Uh-huh.
Couple songs maybe is a piece of shit, but yes. Point of sale. Gotcha.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
That-
so
that
this
was,
is the one store ever that has all the mail workers on the point of sale.
Yeah. This
There you
is
go.
we're very progressive that way. See? We're
Trendy.
we're an industry leader in that regard. Um yeah. All right. So I think it's time to create a retail nightmare. And let's see here. I'm going to roll some dice. Okay, 3, 3, and 2. So, 3, we are. So, a spill empowered. The toilets refuse to flush. Okay.
No.
The curse of sprint.
So,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. So, you all, you come in at opening. Things are the day is starting up, and all of a sudden you hear this like Gregorian chanting, right? Oh, and then there's this loud, almost like a booming sloshing, and soon you see like a glowing, like turquoise colored water seeping out onto the floor, um, and it is spilling out onto the sales floor and making its way throughout the store.
Ugh. God's sake.
Oh no. 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 Oh no.
Yes.
Butt mag.
And I think there's I think your manager, I'm going to recycle a name here, is Picklewick Shufflebottom, also known as Pee-wee.
Of course.
Friends call him Pee-wee, if he had friends.
Does he have a lollipop with him?
Yeah, it's strangely it tastes like mom's spaghetti.
I'm sure it does.
Now, Pee-wee comes over and is I think probably runs into Louis and Gomblestonks, because they're the ones that are easiest to find at the registers, and says, "So, are you just going to stand there, or do you plan on cleaning up this mess?"
Right. I didn't know if I was mop cleared. I'll go find the closet.
You're a mess. Pee-wee.
Come on, Gumblestonks. Let's go get the mops.
I use the mops.
Yes, use the mops to clean the floor. I tell you what, fucking millennials don't want to do any work these days. Kids. Not like in my day. In my day, we had bugbears as bosses. We understood respect. We walked to work uphill both ways in the snow or the lava, as the situation may have dictated. Go clean it up.
I'll clean you up, Pee-wee.
Excuse me?
You are excused. And I bow too many times as I walk towards the mops, backwards, bumping into the crap store things.
Then you catch you as having such fun with your accent, your character's accent there.
I think I'm trying to like from behind like adjust your trajectory to try and avoid things. I think this just leads to me bumping into them as much as you.
What do you think you're bumping into?
I'm bumping into things that when they fall, they definitely shouldn't mix.
Oh no.
Oh no, we're in the
Okay.
spell components section.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh yeah. Yep. So it's like you've got some red pots, some blue pots, some green pots, yellow pots, all getting knocked over and spilling together. And I think the water that is spreading across the floor, the glowing becomes a little more intense, and there is something snaking its way through the water. It's like it's not a solid object, right? It's mercifully it's not a solid object.
Mhm.
No, this is something spectral. This is something swimming in the water, and moving about, but you only catch it out of the corner of your eye.
Can I ride it to the mops?
Yeah. Give me I'm gonna say this is definitely a chaos move. Go ahead and give me a roll.
So I need to roll under my number, correct?
Yes, if you are using chaos, you want at least one of the dice rolled below your number. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think in this case, I'm gonna say you're prepared because you are just max chaos.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
this is just the kind of thing that you absolutely would be. You didn't even hesitate. You just saw the opportunity and said, "Fuck it, let's go."
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll 2d6.
Okay.
Can I help here?
Yeah, how would you help?
Can you?
Well, would adding extra weight to you help? Because I think my first inclination to seeing something coming at the water out of the corner of my eye would be to try to climb up onto your shoulders.
Yes. Let's go, Lugs.
And just like kind of letting out a shriek as I do that.
Okay. So let's make that 3d6 then.
Okay. All right. I have rolled 1 on. I don't know if that's a success, but I have rolled 2 below.
2, 4, and 1 on. Okay. So if you get your number exactly, you've caused chaos. Well, ass kissing. Another phrase for this would be malicious compliance. You gain special
My
insight,
favorite.
and it counts as a success. Ask a question of the GM that your character would otherwise not know.
I'd like to know if someone caused this spill. Was this intentional?
Those are two different questions, but I'll answer both of them.
Okay.
So the answer is yes, someone caused this. No, it was not intentional.
Okay.
And so you do leap onto this thing, and it's not quite a fun ride, but there is something refreshing about spectrally charged water. Riding your way around the store as you make your way to the mops. The closet that has the cleaning supplies is a real mess. And as you open it, the all this junk just comes falling out. And when you get there, you hop off, and there's a bit of a splash of water in your face. And you notice that your skin is starting to sparkle a bit like a certain Robert Pattinson character.
Yes, that was fun, logs, yeah?
I don't know if I'd call it fun, but we've got the mops and
Oh, look at me. Wow.
oh no, Gomble, you're gonna have to fill out an incident report for that now, or else if something happens, you won't be able to take the days off that you need.
Do you want to make horse armor out of the mops?
I, I was gonna try and mop the floor up with the mops.
Yes. But we could make horse armor.
I don't know if I'm cleared for that. You know,
Well, I take some piece of cloth or parchment. I just put my hand on it.
This is official. You're cleared now. Look.
I just remembered. I'm sorry. I just remembered whose voice this reminds me of, and it's Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Oh
That's what it
God,
is.
yeah.
Ohana means family. Family means God. It's left behind or forgotten.
Oh God.
Legally distinct.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Copyright's been chucked out the window.
I was gonna say, yeah, we know that from yesterday.
Yes, yes, yes. Eidolon has taught us.
Well, how about we try and clean up first, and then do horse armor afterwards, Gomble. I just Pee Wee. If we don't get this cleaned up, he's gonna. I really need this job.
I'll take PB's things when he's not looking.
No, like putting hands over my own ears. I didn't hear that.
Now, I am curious. What are stockroom and weapons retail associate are up to? Are they even? Do you think they're even aware of the toilets that refuse to flush and have now poured ominous turquoise water into the store?
I think Xenia's aware of it, but right now she's up on one of the shelves, tucked away, and kind of safely ignore it for a little bit. Unless someone somehow realizes she's there, but she's just there. Glad she's off the floor, as it all just swirls around.
But Meg is trying to lick the water just to see what it tastes
Do you actually do it?
like. But Meg is lapping up the water.
Okay. Definitely. I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna say. Give me a prepared roll 2d6.
Mm. But Meg like water. Oh, that's not how you do that.
I need to make a slash before it.
It's early.
Ooh, you got on the
I don't
number.
know what this means.
All right. Thank you, based. Thank you, based God. All right. Okay. So you do, and I think the first thing you notice is this is really tasty water. The second thing that you notice is that your insides are glowing and it is visible from the outside. You are
Mm.
you are lighting up like a daylight spell. Um, this is really
But
bright.
like lightning bug. Look, coworkers, butt meg like lightning bug.
Seriously?
Where everybody go?
I think Pee Wee. Um, I think Pee Wee comes over to the weapons section and is starting to rattle off like a list of things that you're supposed to do, like or have done as the store opens, and stops, notices that you are not just glowing but radiant. And Pee Wee sort of like at first is a little dazzled, right? And then says, "Have you been drinking from the potions department again?"
Mm. You accuse butt meg. Butt meg no drink. Butt meg like lightning bug.
Then why are you glowing?
Butt meg like lightning bug.
Okay, fine. Just make sure that any weapons that are showing any rust are quickly painted over. We don't want the customer finding out that there is rust on these weapons until after they have bought it, when there is no refund.
On it, boss. And I think I am going to paint over the rusted weapons with something that's just water.
Is it? Oh my gosh! Is it watercolor paints?
Yes.
Does that make us rust? I'm going to go with yes.
Oh my gosh! Okay, malicious compliance for the win. Um, how about what's going on in the stock room?
Yeah, I think Xenia has moved. She has like tried to like move some of the stuff that's on the actual floor. Onto at least onto a shelf, so it's not going to get too ruined.
Okay,
It's like,
getting things to higher ground.
yeah, just a little bit of it, but not doing too much, but just enough that it's not going to cause. Not enough that she has to do actual work, but enough that it's not going to cause more work down the line. Maybe just enough that most things are okay, and you don't have to chuck a bunch of stuff out, but not fully clearing the floor.
Absolutely. Do you feel like this is a challenge, or is this just like Here we go again.
Yeah, I think this. I think it's probably going over stuff which is probably a bit of challenge. Just get going over getting stuff which is probably going to be separating stuff which is probably going to be fine to this stuff, and the stuff which definitely isn't. So yeah, let's say it's probably a challenge.
Okay. In that case, give me a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say 1d6 here, because I don't think you're really prepared. Or actually it would be 2d6 because I think you're an expert. This is your domain. This is your bread and butter. So let's say 2d6 because I think you're prepared. Or expert.
Yeah, so is this ask a single case? Is it over or under?
This is I'm guessing this is ass kissing, so you want above.
Okay. No.
Okay.
Oof.
All right. So I think what happens here is as the water spreads to the stock room, it reaches this pallet jack, and you were just about to get to this. I mean, you had the stuff on the pallet jack, right? You had it loaded onto the pallet jack. You were ready to take things over and load it up onto a higher shelf, get it off the ground. But unfortunately, you just didn't have enough time before the water caught up with the stockroom, and it mixes with these boxes that say "Do not get wet."
Mm-hmm.
Dehydrated detritus. And as soon as the water touches, it is like that the dancing broom scene from Fantasia, except instead of dancing brooms, it is dancing clumps of brown, misshapen figures rising up from these boxes,
Mhm.
following the movement of the water as it makes its way across the stockroom.
Yeah, I think as the figures start going out of the boxes, I think Zane kind of like scrambles up onto the higher shelves and tries to find places like tuck herself away.
Yeah. I think you also notice that are you wearing shoes? Are you barefoot? What's the foot attire situation?
I think given I'm picturing like clambering over the shelves just generally, I think probably barefoot.
Okay. I think you notice that at first it's like you catch a glint in the corner of your eye, and at first there's a moment of like, oh, it's just like bedazzled toenails, and then the realization, wait a minute, I don't bedazzle my toenails. And you look down, and your toenails are glowing, just vibrating with a turquoise color. Over the intercom, you all hear team meeting in 5 minutes. Team meeting in 5 minutes. Please come to the front. Click. How's the cleaning up going?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Fantasia brooms, because the visual that I had was Muppet Christmas Carol brooms when the rats are using them as stilts. Because I
Yes.
feel like these are not goblin-sized mops.
So good.
Oh, definitely
Yes.
not. I mean, Dungeon Mart is owned by elves, so
Right. So I was thinking that yeah, that Louis is up on a pair of these mops. Ideally, like skating through the store trying to mop things up, but I expect that it'll be a roll to find out whether that's going well or not.
For a second, I thought you were going to say that you were playing chicken with the with gumble stalks. The two of you were using them as stilts and playing.
To be fair,
Gumblestock is putting out obstacles, so it's more fun for you to.
yeah, I was gonna say I don't think anything I've said rules out Gumblestock still fucking with me. Just I'm not trying to actively interfere.
This is true. You are very much. You two are basically polar opposites.
Mhm.
Yes.
Um. Uh. Let's have. Okay. I'm gonna have you both give me. I'm going to have you give me a roll of 2d6. I want to see. I want to put some randomness into how well this goes. You both are experts. One of you is an expert in ass kissing, and the other is an expert in chaos and clayhem. I mean mayhem. So let's see what we got here.
Well, one below.
One below.
Well, you want one
Okay.
above. Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Same
Okay,
result.
so we got one below and one above for each of you, meaning that you had a you both had some success. So I think I'm imagining, and you feel free to add as much detail as you want to this. I am imagining, right? Gumball Stocks is just putting out random things, like maybe there's like a treasure chest mimic that that Louis just barely manages to get the mop up and over, not yeah, the mop up and um, over the chest, and it's just this kind of thing, putting out an obstacle and just narrowly avoiding it, and despite this, you are still actually making some progress on uh, soaking up this glowing toilet water. Um, and that's when you hear the announcement. The team meeting is in 5 minutes.
I think when I go past the weapons section, you get the Bud Meg team meeting. Because I do not think I have the ability to stop here.
Okay, so it's like you're like gliding on these things.
Well, I think if I had 2 successes, it would be like really like it would look like ice skating. I think this is a lot more like slipping and sliding and spinning, but there's a lot of momentum. It's just not necessarily the most controlled momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's like a person who's falling over on ice skates, but
Yes,
they
exactly.
never actually fall over. They're just constantly falling.
Yeah.
The graceful dance of someone who lacks the balance. What about for Gumblestonks? Are you doing anything particularly mischievous as you hear about the team meeting?
Well, since I agreed to do what Luke's wanted to do, which was clean, I guess, I have started destroying the mobs so that I can convert them into horse armor. So I've been just breaking them and putting them into my bag of my home. And then as Luke skates out of view, I'll sort of let out a delighted scream and run after him.
Okay. Let's see. But Meg, you are still lighting up like I think they call this baby, you're a firework. I mean, you've really let your colors burst.
Meg feel like plastic bag.
Oh,
But
okay.
Meg brings dog to staff meeting.
Ooh, is this a regular dog? Or is this...
No, this Butt Meg dog.
Okay. Tell us about Butt Meg's dog.
Butt Meg dog named Loaf Senior.
What kind of dog is Loaf Senior?
Big. Also, Loaf Senior doing press game. Loaf Senior forcibly recruiting people to Navy from weapons. Weapons department is recruitment to Navy.
now I'm just imagining a dog with a little one of those little hit clips things. I don't know how many people remember those, but they played like 30 seconds of a song.
Mm-hmm.
They were
Like
very
like
obnoxious.
tunes, like toothbrush. Like the toothbrushes that would like play a song in your mouth.
They were kind of like that, except they looked like MP3 players.
Yeah, like a lot of them were kind of shit like MIDI record players, if I remember.
Yeah, you had like a little thing that was shaped like a CD disc, and you stuck it in there, and it would play 30 seconds of your chosen song.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I'm just imagining Love Senior with one of those, and it's playing the U.S. Navy's favorite song, "Awake" by Godsmack, because it is the most edge. It has the most edgelordy rock intro that was absolutely used in the early aughts as their promotional material, and everybody felt like a badass while watching it. But that's the visual image I'm getting as you say this dog is recruiting to the Navy. It's the juxtaposition.
Yeah, I like that.
So Love Senior's a big dog. Are we sure it's a dog? Or does Buttmeg just call Love Senior a dog?
That's what Love Senior says he is. But make no judge.
Okay. You know what? That's very true. You're absolutely right. We we aren't here to judge or tell people how they should not identify. Love Senior is a good dog. I think when Pee-wee sees the Pee-wee sees the dog, I think kind of scrunches up his face and says, "Do you have the paperwork for that?"
Do you have the paperwork for that?
We don't allow animals in here unless they are service animals.
Anyone back my butt mag up?
I think Gumble Songs will come sliding in behind Lugs here.
You have.
Rumble.
Aha! Bro, you have paper for that face, Pee-wee?
I think there's a moment of like doing some deep breathing, maybe like reaching into into a pocket to grasp like a worry stone, and then Pee-wee says something like, "Insults are not going to get you very far. I will absolutely report you to HR. Do you have any idea what kind of a mess this dog could make if it isn't properly trained?"
I think, as she's jumping along, climbing along the top of the shelves to get there to stay away from where the water is, I think Xenia chucks a, let's just say a pen at Pee-wee as she arrives.
Okay. Was this pen wet?
No.
Okay. Then I think okay, was this your pen or was this one of the pens from the store?
Probably one of the pens from the store that she just grabbed as she was like, scrambling along the top of the shelves to get over here from the stock room.
Perfect.
And I think because it's crammed, I don't think it's at all a challenge to scramble like that.
100%. I think okay. Yeah. So you do hit Pee-wee, and Pee-wee just kind of stomps one foot and says something like, "You are intolerable." But as Pee-wee does this, a fresh wave of this glowing turquoise water comes flowing in, and it splashes, and everywhere that this water lands after being splashed starts glowing. So, imagine like, you've got splatter on your shins and it is glowing. So now your shins are glowing. No doubt somebody's feet are glowing, in addition to Xenia's
Mhm.
toenails.
My skin.
Exactly. But Meg's insides.
Yes.
Um, is Lo Senior the kind of dog that has a tail, like a long tail?
It's probably Nubby.
Okay.
Mhm.
Kind of looks like a sheep, actually.
Okay.
If Lo Senior comes up to me and asks if I would like to live deliciously, I'm saying yes.
Did no one go and look at where all of this was coming from while I was mopping it up?
Tastes good.
No.
Tasted it.
Taste
You
good?
tasted it?
Yeah, I think Buttmeg farts and burps at the same time. And I'm assuming it comes out kind of sparkly.
It doesn't just come out sparkly. It creates a bright, colorful mist. Colors of the wind.
Would you say this mist would be obscuring the area?
Sure. Yeah. What have you got
Okay.
in mind?
I wanna sweep the feet of Pee-wee and run away.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then when I run away, I want to put my face against the floor and drink the water, because I have now found out that's a thing you can do. So, that's the plan.
Roll.
Yeah, Dumbo,
This is
drink,
definitely a chaos roll.
drink.
It's not prepared. I would say I'm seizing an opportunity here. Am I an expert at this? No. Probably a 1d6 then. Yes.
Yeah, I think this is probably 1d6. I was trying to think if this would be
Yeah.
your expertise or not, but I don't know if being Master of Chaos necessarily means that you would be good at this particular thing. So give us 1d6 here.
Okay. One
Ooh,
6.
look at you, all fancy using your scripting.
Yeah, I was just reading up on what would make it quicker to see at a glance what's happening.
Okay. I like that. Okay, so you do, and I think at this point, this is when you see something truly. Well, for some it will be horrifying. For others, it will be amusing, and that is that when Pee-wee goes down, Pee-wee gets swept off in a unseen and physics says no type sun wave carries Pee Wee off as Pee Wee is shouting in protest, begging for help,
Is
looking
this
at
a
Lugs.
is this a trash compactor situation where something has grabbed Pee Wee here?
I'm thinking more like just out of nowhere, it's surfing time. Like this wave.
It's surfing time. All right. Awesome.
Pee Wee has been caught on the wave, and it's a little too bad that doesn't have a surfboard, because this would be one gnarly wave.
You said Pee Wee was looking to Lugs to try to help them.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Lugs does anything. Keeping in mind that there is a mist that smells strangely floral, but also like ass.
Uh, I think Louis does not see Pee Wee's appeal for help here, because when this misformed, it was like, oh, now we've got to get the proper response for this, and going to like find the God, I'm thinking of the like big industrial dehumidifiers or something. I'm not sure what that would be here. A stone of dehydration or something that we have in the back to use for this. Like, which I think is probably like a big chunk of enchanted petrified wood.
Okay.
I think Zinnia does see him go off, but just doesn't follow. Knows where it's going, but that's it.
Are you telling it? Did you tell anybody about what you saw in the stockroom, or is this just like,
No, he hasn't said anything to anyone yet.
Okay. The chanting is louder.
Oh, it's still perpetual?
I forgot about the chanting.
I didn't know I was still here.
Well, and that's okay, because at the time it was just kind of like a quiet little thing. You might have heard it if you were, it kind of sounded, if you walked by the bathrooms, you might have thought that somebody was just really having, really taking a great shit and celebrating it. But now,
Yes.
now it's louder. Now it's louder.
And is it sort of omnipresent, or does it have a source?
No, yeah, it's louder. It is kind of omnipresent at this point. And you notice that the water, Zinnia's toenails, but Meg's insides, let's see, the splatter on your shins, they're all glowing to whatever semblance of a rhythm can be found in this chanting.
Nice.
And with that, we will take our first break.
Okay.
And we are back from our little break. Before we dive back into the mess in the Dungeon Mart, we've got a couple donations to read. The first is £10 from Anonymous, and the second is £10 from Maka, saying, "Can't believe that Pee Wee is a class traitor." I know it's true. I guess Pee Wee was just an imitator.
This is
Well,
what
he's part of
happens
the
when you.
managerial class. So
Yeah, let's say this is what
in the
happens when you get that manager
Oh my
promotion.
god. Is this a Bobo thing? Probably still wearing the bell bottoms, I imagine.
And the boots with the fur. Oh man, I didn't even hesitate with that reference.
Mm-hmm.
I am early aughts pilled.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, you did reference Eclipse.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, tally ho. Okay. So, last we left off, things are glowing to a rhythm that is more or less in sync with the chanting that was at first coming from the bathroom, but now ominously it's sort of become all encompassing, all omnipresent. I mean, Buttmeg could probably double as like a disco ball at this
Mhm.
point, or like one of those rolly light rigs.
Like a strobe light?
Yeah, it's not quite a strobe light. It's like it's got colored lights.
Ooh, nice.
I don't even know what to
Mm.
Google there, but it's they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're a bit cheap looking, but they're kind of cool.
Yeah, there are those that are a light that has like a colored film slides
Mhm.
that are changed.
Oh, I think I've seen those in like a Hot Topic before. Like a black ball.
Yeah.
Oh, those! Oh my god, yes, I had one of those. Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. So you do know what I'm talking about.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, see,
those are...
I can't even Google it to get like a reference picture because all I get is like streamer LED light
Mhm.
rigs and stuff.
Or
Of
just
course.
full-on disco lights.
Truly, we live in a cursed age.
How the mighty have fallen.
Both for our lighting rigs and Hot Topic.
Xenia,
Okay.
what's that sound?
Yeah.
Mhm. I don't know.
Poor
It doesn't.
Xenia sounds so depressed.
It doesn't seem like it's coming from the PA.
No, it's not. It's coming from, I don't know, some bullshit somewhere.
I like music.
It's not exactly music, though.
Yeah.
Well, my tongue is numb.
That's what happens when you just drink shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's right. I forgot. Gumblestonks absolutely did drink water drink the water afterwards. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Gumblestonks is this is new. Your
good.
your your words are failing me at this moment. Brain, go. Go, gadget brain.
Yeah, one shot, one opportunity.
Yeah. It's over, Blau. Oh, snap back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. All right, we cannot just we cannot just
We can't keep doing this.
Okay. No, but it's instead of like lighting up just your esophagus or your stomach, no, it is lighting up like it is like it has reached your blood veins, and now your whole body is radiating with this light. And
Good.
I think for the others, it's actually kind of uncomfortable to look at Gomblestonks because
It is anyway.
bright and glowy.
I was about to say more than usual.
I mean, I usually glisten all the time, so
Yeah.
Worse now.
Yeah, it's like when the sun catches a shiny rock in just the right way, and so then it's like shining right in your eye.
Yes.
This is that. Yeah.
I think Gomblestonks will try to go at the sound, which is a little tough, I guess, because it's coming from everywhere.
Okay. I think it's at this point that you see coming from the stockroom are giant shapes. They're not.
Yeah, those things. I should have mentioned those.
Yeah,
Should have mentioned those.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the the weird instant trash stuff. It's got wet.
Instant trash? Why do we have instant trash?
I don't know. I don't do the ordering.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
I'll start it.
And some of it has a very distinct, recognizable a certain odor to it. Others of it, it's more of a well, this is a lot of garbage all mixed together, and I have no idea what that smell is, but it's definitely a smell, that's for sure. Do any of you eat trash?
Yes.
I think two of us do.
I think
good for health. Trash good for gut.
Yeah, exactly.
Probiotic.
that's right, probiotic. Yep.
Just all biotic. But Meg.
So I think the figures in the brown figures are definitely as they come out of the stockroom, they kind of just fall forward and start floating like a log on the river. The other ones you notice are not so much. And for those of you who eat garbage, it's got your bellies feeling some kind of way.
Definitely.
I mean,
salivating for sure. Yes.
yeah. But we're still, we're still a few hours away from your 5-minute lunch break.
I guess I changed direction towards the trash. Lunch break is anytime there's trash nearby.
Luke's sounded like he had some thoughts about that. Had some thoughts and feelings.
Well, I guess if you're dealing with a problem, you're not taking your lunch break because you're working. So I guess that's all right.
Ooh. Is this Luke's going against his own ass-kissing nature?
You roll to rationalize.
Deny.
I think, I mean, it doesn't matter if it's any most times or break times.
Yeah.
If is Butt Meg also moving towards the trash things? As the other declared trash eater.
Did we lose Gumbo?
Oh, that was to me. I thought you
Yes.
said someone else's name. I'm
Oh,
so
Bud
sorry.
Meg. Yeah.
But Meg does what?
Is Butt Meg also obviously attracted towards these big trash things as the other declared trash eater?
Oh yeah.
Well,
I think I'm
floating and glowing.
Oh yeah. I think I'm hovering on, the way in cartoons where there's a pie in a window.
The stink lines.
Yeah, but I'm doing it with the stink line, so it's like green and hazy instead, but that's what I'm hovering on by the nose.
Well, if they're dealing with that, Xenia, can you help me with the toilets, please?
Yeah, funny, because it's going to get everything stopped and I can go back to doing important things.
Yeah, I'm sure there's lots of important stuff back in the stock room.
I mean, look at the stuff that, doesn't happen if everything's fine back there.
Right, exactly.
Because I'm out here, they're also out here.
Yeah. Did you wanna hop on one of the mops, or are you?
No, it's better up here. You're too close to that stuff there.
Okay. So do we have team trash and team toilets?
Feels
All
fine.
right, team toilets. Team toilets. As you make your way into the bathroom, you see that the toilets are rhythmically overflowing, and on the wall, written in a suspiciously brown colored smear, the words "The enshittification has begun."
What does
It's
that mean, Xenia?
Seriously?
Well, I mean, I can, not that I don't know what.
Can you even smell anything different right now?
I mean, I, I was working pretty closely. I worked pretty closely with Gomble stonks.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, how are we going to deal with this?
I,
Actually, is that? Can I, do I recognize the handwriting in big air quotes? I mean, yeah, people probably put bullshit. There's probably a lot of bullshit that gets passed into the stock room with notes of what should needs to get passed up back and forth. So
Sure. Yeah, I don't think this looks like anything. This doesn't look like anything distinctly recognizable. In fact, I think if anything, it the most notable thing about it is just how sloppy the writing is. It's not even scary. Like, somebody really thought this was going to be something that, like, they thought they were being scary, but they were really being sloppy. And also, what the fuck is the enshittification? Aside from the story of our lives.
Okay, this could still be Gumbo Stunks.
I don't know. He's been. I mean, unless he came into work before me, he and I have been together pretty much since I got here.
I mean, have you ever actually seen him leave? I mean, didn't he get fired like a year ago?
Oh. But how could he still be here if he got fired? Like, you can't just do that.
Yes, you can. You can just. There's so much Boston here, so you can just disappear.
Just eyes as big as saucers at the idea of that.
Maybe he should show you some of the spots at some time. Maybe get that stick out your ass.
I think looking down at the two mops, thinking you're being a little more literal because they're not. Do we? I guess if we could shut the water off, maybe.
Yeah, that might help, but is there anything
Moons,
which
are
is?
you going to actually? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, is there anything I can see as I'm scrabbling around up the tops of things that makes things look like there's anything which is obvious? Any sort of, aside from the warning, is there any sort of magical writing anywhere that might be causing any of this?
No magical writing, but you do notice that the um that there is a distinct glow leading from the pipes. Like it's almost like it kind of makes you feel like you're seeing right through the walls because you can see the water pipes are glowing, right?
Mhm.
So no writing, but you could definitely like you could follow the pipes to where the water shut off is if you wanted to.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's this way. And then I think she like scrabbles down around, tries to slip in around the pipes and following around and gesturing to Luke's to follow.
I do.
Okay. Let's see here. Now I'm blanking on what the other team was called.
Team Trash.
Trash team. Tell me what is going on with our trash team?
You want to go first, Gumbo?
No, I think I'm just gonna eat the trash unless there's something else happening.
Yeah, I think same. I think the only decorum that Gumbo Songs has ever shown is tying like an Italian tablecloth around his neck and having a fork and a knife as he digs into the giant trash things.
I like that. I think Buttmeg tries to replicate this by tying a trash bag around their neck.
Perfect.
Okay. So is this okay, so this is like this is Templeton at the fair after the lights go out. Just
I'm
eating to
afraid
your
I
heart's
don't know what you
content.
do.
Sorry, that was a Charlotte's Web reference.
Oh,
Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
deep cut.
Yes. Oh yeah,
You know-
yeah. Okay. No, I got it. Yeah, absolutely.
Ah, the joys of being old. Feel like it's these moments that really makes me feel like Homer Simpson, or not Homer Simpson, but
Abe?
yeah, I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was.
No. How could they? Yeah. Definitely digging in to that smorgasbord of delicious trash.
I think the first thing you notice is that as you have a helping or two of this trash, your glow starts to fade.
Oh,
Mm,
we found a cure.
Buttmeg want light back.
Yeah, yes, you need something to drink down this delicious trash.
Yes, thirsty.
And I empty a random potion somewhere, just onto the floor, and then I scoop up some water, floor water, for the both of us.
Okay, so you all are drinking more just to keep the glow, even as you eat.
Yes.
This is just okay, okay, okay. Toilet team.
Mm-hmm.
As you follow the pipes, you reach the water valve, and it is, as with the pipes, it is glowing. What do you want to do?
Try to just shut it off so this can all just stop.
Okay. Give me a chaos roll.
Cool.
I would like to help.
Yeah. How are you
can
helping?
Can we use one of the mops to like wedge it in there and get leverage on this?
Absolutely. Why
Yeah,
the
I
heck
think
not?
it's get it much in there than as any just climbs up the walls and then just leaps on the end to just get the average there.
Okay.
I think that
so-
counts as expert as well because she's climbing.
Counts as expert because why now?
Because she's climbing.
Okay. Oh yeah. As someone who works in the stock room and a goblin, I imagine climbing would be pretty important.
Yeah, I mean she's
Okay.
only ever been on the floor, which was trying to use the pallet jacket to begin with. So
Yeah. So give me a
yeah.
3d6.
Yeah.
Holy moly!
Okay. Oh, that is so cool. Okay.
Very good.
All right. So as you struggle with this valve, it seems stuck at first, but then slowly you feel it budge, and there's like something crusty like coming loose and falling to the ground, and then it slowly moves, and you hear this loud bass sound. And it would appear that you have dropped the bass.
Mm.
And now the rhythm is in full swing. There is now a beat to this music, but without the water supply. Now it is like there's like a pulsing, right? If you've ever seen what it looks like when you have like a speaker right next to water, it makes like that vibration on the water surface.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what you're seeing all across the store. As this Gregorian chanting now has a distinct beat to it.
I think Louis goes for like a congratulatory we did it, like, arms raised, half hug with Xenia, and then stops part of the way and just goes, wait, is that good?
No.
Oh.
Not at all.
Oh. But now we can just clean it up and there won't be any more, right?
Depends. Let's sell everything. One thing sorted, though, at least.
Right. Okay. One thing sorted. Yes.
Okay. Trash team.
Yes.
You
How are we
noticed
doing
that
with
the
that
brown
trash?
you noticed that the brown team, or not the brown team.
Oh, there's 3 teams? Oh, man. Oh, yeah?
Brown team.
Wow.
spoiler alert, the enshittification was in my head all along.
Leon Brown came after he ate lunch.
The brown figures have now congregated, and they are making like a semicircle around the two of you, and they're kind of like wiggling, maybe wobbling to the beat of the rhythm.
So when you say brown figures, that's not the trash?
No, there were two groups of figures. There was the trash figures and the brown figures.
Ah, Gobblestonks thought they were the same. Well, if we've eaten all the trash, then it's time to eat the trash-looking ones as well. I think Gobblestonks will just go towards them.
Towards the brown figures.
Yeah.
Okay, so you reach out to like grab one of these brown figures, and a few things you notice, like a few things happen at once, right? The first is you notice like these are very squishy, like their texture. It's like they shouldn't be able to hold a form for this long, especially because they're wet. And the other thing that you notice is that it gives resistance. It's not going to go down without a fight. So give me a roll. Give me a chaos roll.
Yeah. Gladly. Would this be a 1d6?
Mm-hmm. Yep, 1d6, I think.
All right. Oh, I did not like that one. But it's nope. I'm gonna do that again because it didn't roll anything. Ah, okay. There we go.
Doesn't like that equal sign.
No, it did not.
I saw what you're trying to do there. It was a good thought, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, you do. You managed to get a big chunk, and as you rip it, it's a bit fibrous underneath, but you've got a nice chunk of this brown stuff.
Yes.
You take a bite. It is definitely shit.
Oh no.
It is definitely shit.
Mm-hmm.
Does Gumblestonks eat shit?
Now me Clay has to make difficult choices here. No. No, Gobblestonks does not eat shit except when he's losing.
Okay.
Does not literally
Okay.
do that. Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So this. Ugh.
Oh.
No. This is bad. This tastes really bad. And
no.
and that's when you suddenly feel your stomach lurch as you've been lifted into the air by the other brown figures. And they are and you're starting to feel like this is the to Butt Meg, this would look like this looks like they're trying to wave Gumblestocks along like you might with a wand or a like an amulet. They are starting to wave Gumblestocks along,
let me down.
And it doesn't help that you just had something really nasty in your mouth.
Put down. Put down.
They don't seem to react or respond to you saying anything. But you do notice that they are waving gumbo stonks to the beat of this to this noise, to this chanting that has now acquired a rhythmic beat, complete with a bass.
Wait, Gumbo. Gumbo Stunk.
I'm
Dance
gobble stonks.
Dance with them.
Oh,
I think they want dance.
oh, okay.
I start. Well, I'm levitating, I suppose, but I'm flailing in rhythm or attempting to.
Okay, so now it's less of a waving you around like a wand or an amulet, and now it's more like you're riding a wave. You're basically a living glow stick at this point. And you're kind of you're basically crowd surfing a crowd of shit. Let's see here. Toilet team, what would you like to do? You've just dropped the base.
Okay. So toilets have all stopped. The water's all stopped. There's no more stuff pouring out.
Correct. And now there is the addition of a distinct rhythm from some unknown source.
Is it coming from any sort of location, or
Yeah, is it any more
just all
trackable
around
now?
still?
I'm gonna say, go ahead and try and investigate that. Give me. I'm gonna call this one ass kissing.
Okay. And how many days do we think?
Let's see. You lean more. You lean more chaos, right? Yeah, 4.
Yep. 4.
I'm gonna say this is probably 1.
Okay.
Then I would like to help.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how do you help?
I think I'm specifically I like almost stick figurey. I think, and I bet I've only got one mop left. I'm trying to balance on the one mop. Are you like picking me up and using me as a tuning fork to
Yes,
for the
yeah, that'd be fun.
vibrations for this?
We started out with an anti-capitalist message and ended up with Looney Tunes.
It can be both.
Mm-hmm.
This is true. I like this attitude.
Okay, so 2d6. Okay.
All right. So you do, and there's a distinct like ring as you smack lugs against the pipes, and you hear the ringing, and there's and then you pick it up. The the rhythm is definitely back in the stock room, or at least that's where it's coming from. It's all over the store, but it is definitely coming from the stock room.
Okay, looks like it's coming from the stock room. Let's go.
Did you see anything in there earlier?
Not earlier, but things have changed now. So,
Okay.
Okay. Gumble Stonks, how are you doing?
Gumbo songs would like to get down, not in a disco way, but would in a more gravity way.
Okay.
So if they're flailing me around in a stockroom, that assumes that there are something on shelves that maybe at some points in this beat dancing thing I can grab a hold of and fling at some of these to perhaps break their magic channeling.
Okay. I'm gonna say yes to the. I'm gonna say yes to the second half of that. The only correction I'm going to make is that you and Buttmeg, and Loaf Senior are out front. So you're on the floor.
Oh, okay. I thought we were in the
Yeah,
stockroom.
yeah. No, that's an easy mistake to make. But they came out onto the floor. So you're
Gotcha.
out there. But okay, so you're grabbing onto the shelving, trying to like anchor yourself to the shelving.
No, I'm trying to grab something on the shelving that I can swipe or throw or, you know, a potion of fireball, a claymore, a toy poodle, something to disturb them.
Yeah. Okay. So this is about interrupting the little dance party these little shits have got going on. Okay. Yeah. Do you have an idea what you want to reach for? I mean, this is Dungeon Mart. They got pretty much everything.
Yeah. What section would you say we're in? What department would you say we're in right now?
Well, I let's do this. I'm gonna roll a 1d6 here.
Hello?
Okay, so sorry, I forgot I pushed to talk. I have to hold down a button to actually be heard. Hello.
Thought my connection went away. Okay, gotcha.
It's amateur hours over here, okay? All right. So you are in at the point of sale over by the registers. So I think the kinds of things that you're grabbing are the kinds of things that get put on the shelf to like they're meant to be impulse purchases. So like we're talking like bright shiny crystal gems, and not the kind that sing songs or save the day.
Okay.
So I'm wondering. So definitely, there's going to be things like crystals. There's probably going to be like the really small, like the smallest versions of your potions, right? The ones that
Yes.
are smallest size but most expensive, right?
Good point. Yeah. Least for
Yeah,
the quantity. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna grab something, and I'm gonna hope it's something like a potion of sort of a stone form or petrification, something that could stop the one that's waving me around from moving.
Okay. So
And
you
throw
have,
that one.
yeah, yeah. So you throw that one. Go ahead and give give me 2d6 because this one I'm gonna say you're an expert because this sounds throwing store potions sounds like a chaos move that you would be an expert at.
100%. Yes. It's part of people going to say through point of sales is dodging potions thrown by me. Absolutely.
I was about to say,
Mhm.
Gumble Stonks has done this to customers before.
Yes. Mostly I'm aiming for Pee-wee and other managerial staff, but that's crossfire. Okay. 2 successes.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so you succeed, and it you know these this kind of throwable was really only designed to work on one person, but these aren't exactly people. You're not sure what they are aside from a load of shit. Um, and so you actually you manage to get a couple of them, and they just sort of freeze in place, and as they petrify into stone, you've now got some firm footing that you can sort of like stand up above the other brown figures.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Budmeg and say,
Well, Mike, do you have big hammer? A big hammer?
Big hammer?
Big hammer? I want to smash
The
them.
one. Oh, big hammer, not big hummer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want big
Oh my
B.
smash. And I think I pull several hammers out of my pockets, but my pockets are also, I guess it's kind of like a marsupial pocket.
yes. Very
But
good.
like, not like a pouch on the front. Like, they're just pockets in my goblin fur.
Yeah,
So,
I
like,
mean you're
several
crusty,
Oh
right? So it's
my
gonna be
goodness.
you're crusty. It's
Okay.
layers of dirt and silt.
Yeah. It's
Oh
like
my
marsupial
gosh.
pouches, but they're the size, shape, and placement of like pockets on pants.
Oh my gosh. And they're made out of like whatever miscellaneous stuff has crusted onto you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh
good.
my gosh. Okay. Truly cursed. Let's do it. Hell yes. Okay.
Now I have to roll. Which means I have to type. What am I rolling?
Oh, that's a great question. You
Oh yeah.
are
I was just gonna
It's
do it.
definitely chaos. This has got to be chaos.
Mhm.
As for whether it's, are you an expert? Are you prepared? Hmm. Prepared,
Always
yes.
prepared.
So it's 2d6 because I mean, come on.
Buttmeg always prepared. Buttmeg confused by results.
Okay, so you're
Buttmeg
nervous.
really good.
So
Buttmeg
yeah,
nice.
those are good. Those are good. Yeah,
Yeah, those are
that's
good.
2 successes. Okay. So, tell me what this looks like.
I think it's kind of like juggling, but forward.
Okay. And you're
I-
doing. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I also just saw a video of someone limbo skating. I'm sorry, it's real weird hours, but they like go out into a full split, and then they like,
Oh,
oh, it's weird. Anyway, I kind of want to be doing that now, but that doesn't make any sense, so I'm gonna save that for later. But it's like juggling with hammers, but like instead of throwing them up, I'm throwing them at the brown figures, and then they're just kind of bouncing back, and I'm taking them and throwing them again.
it's like there's some Kubas in Mario that throw hammers that return to them. That's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. And this is. You're doing these at the remaining brown figures. That. Am I understanding that right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I think it absolutely disperses our shitty crowd as you like turn these figures into, now they're more like cow pies, and they're yeah, you've definitely turned them into cow pies with Gumbo Stonks standing on top of the two petrified figures, kind of looking like the winner of American Ninja Warrior or something like that.
Mm. Nice.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Toilet team, how you doing over there?
Well, well, we're heading over to the stock room, try and deal with what's happened.
Yeah. So when you reach the stockroom, you notice that you have now found the source of the rhythm, and it's from a couple different things, right? So
Mhm.
you've got the loading dock door, right, which is like one of those giant sliding garage doors, and there's a bunch of brown figures who are lifting it up and slamming it to the rhythm, right? And you've got and you've also got a few others that are like hanging from some pipes and wiring, and they're jumping down and letting it, kind of do like that boing, but it's much deeper because these are very very long and large pipes and wires. You're not sure how they haven't just snapped or bent out of shape permanently, but that is where the rhythm is coming from.
Is it always like this back here?
No, not most of the time.
Um, excuse me. Could if I could ask, what are you doing?
Are you saying this to the brown figures?
Yup.
Okay. Okay. Um, there is no direct response, but you do notice as you ask this, there is a suspiciously similar brown brown smear that is now glowing, which says the enshittification has begun. The base has been dropped. The beat goes on.
Can you understand any of this, Xenia?
Bits of it, but I don't know what they're trying to do specifically. Justification's already here. Everything is just garbage.
Don't let them hear you say that. And like looking around for a manager.
What are they gonna do? Fire me?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Do we need to stop that? I don't understand what's going on.
They're doing some sort of bullshit. We just need to stop them. And I think since she's in the stock room, I think she let's say I think she goes to a pile of knows where there was a pile of wands and things, and grabs one and just lets it loose at the figures.
Okay. You're grabbing hold of one.
I'm grabbing a wand from a pile of them that was already stored nice and safely out of the way, because you're the ones you can't just shove them on the floor.
Okay. So you also notice you make a similar observation. They are wet and there is some substance to them, but this is definitely shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely shit. Whatever is animating these things, these are just massive logs of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, which is why she's trying to grab a one that is going to, just bait them off and stop them from moving, dry them out.
So you're gonna actually try to stop them.
Yes.
Okay. By grabbing them, or did you want to?
Like I said, I'm grabbing a wand from a stockpile that's in here.
Okay.
From the box that's in here. I know exactly where it is, because this is, I put them there.
Yeah. What wand do you grab?
I think she looks at Wonder Fireball, but then thinks, no, if she burns this, then they're probably going to rebuild it in a more sensible way, and there's less places to hide. And I think she just grabs ones which are more like direct heat bullshit to try and make them off.
So maybe something like a spectral hand or something like that.
No, something that's still heat based, just not exposed to fireball.
Okay, like a heat wave or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we've got the burrito toasting wand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me that chaos roll with let's call it prepared. So 2d6. Because you knew exactly where to find that wand.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
All right. Yeah.
And that is a 4.
Yeah.
Nice.
So go ahead and do you have a question that your
what
character
sent
might?
these things?
Yeah. Say again.
What sent these things?
So you intuit that they were not sent. They were summoned, perhaps accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
And now that they're here, they're kind of just doing what they were summoned to do. So whoever summoned these didn't actually intend to summon them, but they're here now and they're doing what they do.
No. Okay, shame it was entirely accidental. Oh well.
Yeah. And the heat wave absolutely works like a charm. Like these things, you dry them out and they just kind of freeze in place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's not much that they can do. I mean, even if they fall over into the little pool of water that has spread throughout the store, it's not enough to like rehydrate them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Ludes, how you doing over there watching all this?
Well, I think once a wand went off, I tried to hide, or once it was clear a wand was going to go off, it was definitely a dive into cover and hide. And then I think once that's done, poking my head out and seeing all of this and going, did it work?
Kinda. I think.
Has the music stopped?
I think it's at the very least it's gotten a little off rhythm because now
Okay.
there aren't as many of our shit sticks to make the rhythmic noises in the stock room.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be.
The percussion section is a little backed up.
Oh my god. Oh, shit.
Oh, this isn't gonna be fun to clean up, but I guess it's better than everything getting worse. Oh. Hey, did you see what happened
Go
to
ahead.
Pee-wee?
Got swept away somewhere.
Swept away somewhere.
Yeah.
Luke's, what you thinking?
Uh, I think we maybe need to find the others because if we've got everything clean, like we opened the store yet?
It's just all been like pre-open.
Mm-hmm.
Secret hour.
Yep.
Well, I think it might be one of those things where it's like technically the store is open, but nobody's unlocked the doors yet because you've all been so busy,
And none of us
dropping
are
the base.
key holders to do that. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean the primary key holder I think got swept away.
Yep.
Which are you thinking you might look for Pee-wee?
Do you think we need to find Pee-wee? I mean, I know you're not a fan exactly, but if nothing else, we got to get out of here at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I absolutely refuse to believe that Gumblestonks has ever touched soap.
True. Doesn't work.
Let's find the other two and then try and see if we can find him.
All right. If I was a manager, where would I be? And I think this is Louis trying to put himself in Pee-wee's shoes. I think and figure out where, with all of this going on, Pee-wee might have gone. Pee-wee might have gone. I think. I think this isn't about tracking. This is about like anticipating or predicting.
Mm-hmm.
Depressingly, I do think thinking about being an assistant manager or
I
whatever
was just
is
about to
something that I'm
say.
prepared, that I have experience with.
I was about to say this makes you an expert. I was gonna say this. I'm gonna give you 2d6 because you're an expert in thinking about how best to serve the company.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Perhaps the two groups can meet like in the middle of the store as you're trying to
Yeah.
track down the.
And that's what
Yeah.
Xenia's going to be doing as Luke is thinking this.
Only one success. No. Am I'm two. So these are both successes. That's two successes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You you definitely see that there is a flow to the water, and not because the water is still running per se, but because it's draining. There is an ever so slight, nothing major, but just enough to keep the water flowing. There is an ever so slight slant to the ground. It's not perfectly level, and it is leading you out to one of the side exits.
Oh, you know what I would do if I had a key and all this was happening, Xenia?
Mm-hmm.
I would just leave. I'd slip out while the rest of us weren't paying attention. And like this look of horrified realization is coming over Luke's
Mm-hmm.
face. As he's essentially role playing himself into class consciousness slowly.
This is definitely one of those times where like the teacher writes on your homework, you got the right answer, but I have no idea how.
Please show your work.
And yeah, I'll start walking towards the side exit there and see if we bump into Trash Team on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. So you meet back up in the middle, and you notice that the water is starting to drain out. Let's see if I can do the little ping thing again.
Like over here.
Yeah, there we go. Hooray! There we go. So it's draining out that side exit. The one thing that I will note is that, like every good store trying to avoid a liability lawsuit, it is alarmed, and there is no alarm going off. And with that, we will take our second break.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Meow.
All right. And we are back. So, last we left off, the gang has regrouped out on the floor.
Mhm.
You can see that the glowing water is definitely making its way. Excuse me. Definitely making its way towards one of the side exits. However, what first looked like Pee-wee may have escaped doesn't seem likely, given that the door is alarmed and it's not going off.
Mm.
But this does seem like the direction everything is going.
Yeah, the water is definitely flowing out, like kind of sneaking its way out the emergency exit door.
Okay.
Just by virtue of this building being slightly not level.
I think Cumblestonks is talking to Love Senior, and saying,
Do I just stand here and then I'm in the Navy?
Woof.
Okay.
Ma.
I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know what I expected, but somehow.
And then just
Um,
gesture to like the page.
okay. I slap my shiny hand on it again. That's the signature for sure.
I think at the site. Well, I guess I shouldn't control Loaf Senior. It's not. I don't want to have two characters. I'm gonna hand it over to Jamie.
Okay, what are you wanting to do here?
I was just gonna have Loaf Senior be really upset and start Bart like growling at the shiny.
Oh.
You think Love Senior has seen things glow like this before?
Yeah, in the Navy.
You can sail the seven seas?
Thank you.
Okay. All right. We're just bringing out all the references today. Okay. Yeah. So I think this is definitely a barking situation. Like the way a dog would bark at a squirrel, or maybe the
What
mail
is it?
carrier.
What is it, Love Senior? Is Pee-wee falling down the well?
Hopefully.
I think nervous glance around at that. Don't let anyone hear you say that. But we've
In the well.
well the hopefully part.
Mm-hmm.
Pee-wee sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they kind of do, I guess.
There we go.
But that isn't. We still need to get out of here. We still need to you know, I don't. I'm finding that I increasingly know less and less about why you all are here, but I'm here because I do need this job.
They pay me for laying around most of the day.
What?
I don't get paid at all.
Yeah, me neither. I
Wait,
just like the weapons.
I just like destroying stuff.
you don't get paid?
No, I crawl into my bag and I put the bag on the shelf, and then I crawl out in the morning.
Why are you still here?
I think like at this point, Lugs has a little spiral bound at the top notebook and is like taking this out and is writing something down furiously.
Don't do that.
No,
I sneak into Pee-wee's saddlebags and go home with him. And then usually I eat his food and I come back to the store.
okay. Well, I'll leave that part out, but okay. Does anyone know how to disarm the alarm?
I could give it a shot. Shouldn't be too hard.
Mash.
Ugh. Can I have a hammer?
Well, let Cena do it first.
Yes. Yeah, go.
Okay, so somebody's gonna try and disarm the alarm on the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see
Okay.
hands.
Perfect. Go ahead and give a chaos roll. Trying to think if there are. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I'd
Does
love to
somebody
help,
want to help? Yeah,
but
tell me how you
I'm
help.
not sure how.
Okay. Maybe it would help to talk about how you might disable.
Who is
the
actually
alarm.
doing it? Because 3 of us said that they could. So,
What?
who is actually disabling the alarm?
I think you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I kind of thought it was Xenia who's doing it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
After I said the YouTube, you said you'll do it as well. So I don't know if you could just.
I don't know. I think I would just like stick my hand through the drywall and start chewing on cables.
Yeah,
That
I
would be
think
how I would help.
Well, that's a shocking approach.
Yeah, I think that Zenny is just trying to actually disable the alarm, actually just deactivate it.
Okay.
Yeah, more directly rather than just ripping out the wall.
Okay. I'm gonna count that as a help, just because I think it's funny.
Mhm.
I think the image is funny. Like, here you have somebody meticulously trying to dismantle the alarm, and then somebody else is just chomping through the drywall, just like fuck it,
Yep.
we ball.
Yes.
Okay. So 2 dice and
Yep, 2d6,
always have the
please.
chaos. Yep.
Yes, chaos.
Hey, yes.
You have a 4, no?
Yeah. So what am I gonna ask? I think what it's just what started all this. Where did this all actually start?
You definitely get the sense that this was somebody's spell gone horribly wrong. They intended one thing and got something else entirely.
Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah. So that's fine. That's one success.
Yeah. So you find that it's actually not super hard to dismantle this alarm. Turns out these things aren't super complicated, just annoyingly ugly. And the case was definitely designed. The casing was definitely designed to be put on there and not taken off again. But you do get it eventually, and the alarm comes off. You disable it, and now you have an alarm-free door.
Okay. Okay. That's sorted. Let's see why this is draining out there. And yeah, push the door open.
Yeah, you push the door open, and you can see it's probably the most underwhelming revelation ever, and that is just the you can see like a slight dip in the ground that leads down to like a storm drain where all the water, all the glowing water is pouring into. The surprising part is that you hear a slight whimper.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
from the drain?
From the door.
From the door.
From the door.
Yeah. And then just look at the door there.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. As you examine the door more closely, you notice that Pee-wee has been pancaked into the door and somehow survived. There was definitely some sort of magical shenanigans.
Oh,
we lost our caption thingamabob.
Yeah, because it wasn't hearing me at all.
Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Now it is.
Oh,
yay. Cool. Okay. So it seems there was some sort of magical shenanigans going on that was hiding Pee-wee, but Pee-wee definitely doesn't look like they've been having a good time.
So are they smashed into the door closed, or are they smashed between the doors closing when you say pancaked?
This is definitely like cartoons when like the character runs into a closed door and just flattens against it. Yeah,
Okay.
This is like that.
Are you alive there?
Pee-wee?
You lazy, ungrateful lot.
Do we still have the wand?
You're lucky that my spell casting is not as good as my or is not as great as my love for the company.
Wait, your spell casting?
Okay, I think I point the wand at him and try and activate it.
Which wand is this? Is this your heat
Yeah.
wand?
Yeah, why would I put it down?
Okay, go ahead and give me the chaos.
Are you trying to murder Pee Wee? What's happening?
I think prepared because I have the one still.
Yeah, I'll
And
give that
also,
to you.
I've
2d6.
probably been fantasizing about killing him for a while. Okay. Number 4.
Okay. Go ahead and ask me a question your character otherwise wouldn't know.
How can we make sure it looks like he died in this when he hit the door?
Oh my god.
Oh damn. You're straight up gonna murk this guy, huh? Okay. We are gathered here today to remember the life of one Picklewick Shufflebottom, also known as Pee Wee. Okay.
Get his ass.
I think the perhaps one of the easiest ways would be to leave him with the formerly animated cow pies that were once brown figures. Because either way, even if it doesn't implicate Pee-wee as the one who did all this, at the very least, it'll look like Pee-wee got caught in the crossfire of whatever shenanigans have happened here at your neighborhood friendly Dungeon Mart.
Hey, hang on. Is there? I mean, Pee Wee just said that he did do it. Is there something that implicates him?
He said he had spell casting, and it was a spell that went wrong.
Well, right. He said that, but is there something physical? Is something that would be evidence?
I've heard enough. Enter.
Lugs, give me a chaos roll.
Is company man Loogie going to jump in front of the beam bodyguard style?
Y'all, Lukey's had an awakening here.
Yeah.
He's just trying to properly set this, make sure that this goes down in a way that works out well for us.
Oh, okay. It's so protocol. It's so, yeah.
I totally get.
Well, if
you
it's
not
still
getting
protocol, that means it is he is still an expert.
From class traitor to co-conspirator.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
I want to make sure the evidence is properly there.
Yeah.
Look, we just have to make sure that when they come to look at what happened, it's clear that they can't, that there's someone to blame, and it isn't us.
No one fight me. I'm in my bag.
Okay. Well, what do you think you're going to be able to find? I don't know. I mean, you kind of admitted it.
Sure, but they won't take our word for that. Come on. Does he? Are there any of the spell components left? Maybe.
Yeah. Give
Or
me a chaos roll.
Yeah. Oh God. Or I guess, do I know what spell components? Alternatively, what spell components would we need to plant on him? But I feel like either way, that's a chaos roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. So In order to succeed on you're a 2, right?
Yup.
Yeah. Okay. So in order to succeed on this, you need a 1 or a 2, right?
Yeah. I
Mhm.
don't know that I can claim any expertise here.
I mean, it's about your protocol.
Can I
But
help
what
as well?
I think so. I was gonna say I think you probably have help here.
Yeah. I think I've stolen components over time from Pee-wee, so I probably just have like that in my bag. I can just pull some of them out. Maybe they'll be applicable, maybe not. I guess that's what the dice will say.
I would
Okay.
add you would probably notice if someone other than you was stealing supplies.
Oh yeah, good point.
Yeah, so go ahead and give me 2d6, please.
D6. Fingers crossed for a 2 or a 1 here. That's a
We
1.
believe.
Nice.
That is a 1. That is a success. Yes. So, you find that there is a choice selection of ingredients that have glowing shit, kind of just like there are like glowing shit handprints, and you put it together. Okay, so this is from when Pee-wee slathered the enshittification has begun message on the walls. Um, you gather that this is that these ingredients are what he used, and you now have it. You can easily lay them out nearby or put them somewhere conspicuous. No
So
problem.
it was Pee-wee?
It was absolutely Pee-wee.
Mm-hmm.
Pee-wee has done you all dirty.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Uh,
Although,
yeah, we're not. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, yeah, we're not fabricating that he did it. We're just making sure that people who would rather blame us than blame him.
There's an abundance of evidence.
Yeah,
Is what
exactly. We're making
sure of, right?
Yeah.
Indisputable. Yes.
Beyond a reasonable doubt that it's that is him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now that the party is basically over, the music has gone, the chanting is, well, it may not be entirely gone, but it's basically just a hum now. It's faded away. The percussion is all backed up. What do you want to do?
Well, make sure we get the body, place somewhere where it can be not obvious that we killed him. But
Okay.
well, I killed him.
Yeah.
I pull a match out of my bag and light it, and I say,
Perhaps we have a fire sale.
Nah, I'm not going to be able to find a job as easy as I'm doing the one I've got.
I think I have an idea, but you might not like the first part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us, do you?
You
I
gonna
think-
apply for the job or something?
No, I definitely probably not. But look, this is gonna go to corporate. It has to. We just need to make sure that we look as good as possible here, which I think means we need to make sure that our stations look good when they come to look at this. I I know this is a big ask, but I think we need to clean a little.
What?
I think the corpses of the things in my place are going to be sure enough that I've done stuff.
Fire cleans everything.
Yeah, fire. Fire does clean. The cleansing fire from within will cleanse our souls.
I mean, you two aren't getting paid for anything, so of course you'll just burn it down. He likes his job somehow, and
I never said that.
I
said
don't,
I needed this
I don't
job.
need to do it, and I get paid for not doing it.
Dork. Sorry. That was mean.
It
Nerd.
was. Mm.
What if we just go get lunch?
Haven't you two basically already had lunch?
There's
You're not
always
hungry?
more. There's lunch in the dumpster over here.
I don't know that I want to eat anything in the store right now. After all of this.
I've got some stuff out the way.
You do?
Yeah, we had those, those decent ration stuff that came in. A couple of boxes of them disappeared.
Yeah, they disappeared. We never figured out what happened to those. I
Yeah.
spent like 3 hours going through the inventory system to figure out if it was an error there.
Well, that's what they think it is, mostly.
What do you mean that's what they think it is?
That's what I told them it was.
Yeah, Luke's just gives you the look of still not getting it yet.
Mm-hmm.
With 3 lunch loads.
Oh, you mean you? Oh. I mean, we just have to make sure no one finds out. But glances at the corpse of Pee-wee. I guess we're already doing a fair bit of that today.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the other thing. It's been how long that the two of you have been working here and not getting paid?
All of my life, I've worked here. I was fired on the first day, so since then.
Yeah, I never was employed. Just like the weapons.
But they still told you what to do?
Mm-hmm.
They tried.
Well, I think if we can pin all of that on Pee-wee as wage theft?
Wage theft. Most
Yeah.
common form of theft in the United States of Goblin.
Uh, I mean, between our gestures around heroic service defending the store from the evil from Pee-wee's nefarious machinations, and finding out this horrible violation of your rights, uh you know we might be able to get something out of this for us.
Sure, fuck it.
I mean, he's dead. Things are gonna get back. That's fine.
As you all, it sounds like you're gonna bounce, go get lunch.
We climb up into the top recesses of the
Mhm.
stock room.
Yeah, I think as she climbs, I think as Enya looks and says, "Yeah, so you're not going to tell anyone about this, right?" And then she just is still just holding the wand.
Jesus.
I don't even know what's going on half the time.
No, I wasn't going to.
Good. And then she just climbs and shows you the way up.
I think I follow a little tentatively.
Yeah, I push you onwards.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I feel like I missed something. Where are you climbing to?
Well, the
the
stock
hiding
room
hole
had,
in the stock room.
yeah,
Yeah, but
the shelves
are you
go
just
infinitely
okay?
high.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're just climbing up for kicks and giggles?
No, it's
No.
where the nice ration packs that I stole are.
For lunch.
Okay. Okay. So what's everybody eating?
So what do we think's in these? They've got to be decent, otherwise, as anyone to have squealed them away.
I think Luke is eating like strips of dried jerky that are like thicker than he is,
Mhm.
and having to work very hard at separating off each bite.
Mm-hmm.
What does Budmeg eat?
Hmm. Maybe like a sword or like some bricks, something crunchy and vaguely construction material.
Nice.
It is good to have iron in your diet.
I think I have grabbed a couple handfuls of potions as we were, and I'm just
Mhm.
dumping the contents down on the floor and then eating the glass.
I think Zinnia has gone through the, all the ration packs and taken out all like the hard cheese from that, and she's just been using that for the last little bit of the 4 lunches. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and just I think especially probably only to looks because I don't think the other two are going to have any chance of. I was like, oh yeah, just don't look at those. Don't read those. You wouldn't. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't like it.
Okay.
A big pile of notebooks and things, one side of the hidey hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything to the other two because I don't think she thinks they could read.
Yeah.
I definitely can't read. After lunch, I get all the broken mops, all the mops I broke, and start stitching together horse armor. Unfortunately, I don't know what a horse looks like, so it's.
I had been wondering this since you first invoked horse armor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me an ass kissing roll.
Oh no. Okay. I will try this. Oh, sorry. I rolled 2d6. I guess you can disregard the second roll, so no success.
So you are super confident and proud of what you think is horse armor.
Wow, look at this.
It to everyone else, it looks like, I mean, is it avant-garde art? Is it a weapon? Did it come alive and assemble itself into a new foe? Is this the champion of the working class come to avenge you? But any horse armor would be able to tell you that this is a humble but unsuccessful attempt at horse armor. But you're still really proud of it.
Oh, I'm really proud. I'm beaming.
Yeah.
And still glowing, I suppose.
Does anyone have anything else that they wanted to do as a sort of like a thing to wrap up your character's story?
I'd love to see how successful Lugs is at like pressuring corporate into back wages for Butt Meg and Gumblestonks, and then whatever sort of concessions I can get for myself and Xenia as well for our heroic service in our heroic actions in service of Dungeon Mart.
Okay. Question. How would you accomplish this?
So that's what I was writing down in the notebook. I wasn't writing down stuff to snitch. I was documenting the wage theft and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which if there's going to be a character here who would have a Pee-wee is already very clearly a bad a person set up to take the fall on a bunch of stuff.
Do
just
you-
just trying to blame more on that when they come to deal with the aftermath of this.
Yeah. So is this like I'm going to write to my local politician, to my local consumer advocate?
What I'm more thinking is that this is the paperwork and citing, Humanoids with Disabilities Act or OSHA or whatever version of the scene in Fight Club where Ed Norton beats himself up at work, but with knowing work regulations instead.
Okay. Okay.
What would you like me to roll for that?
That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like this is kissing
Okay.
because it's playing by the rules of the system.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that. And I'm gonna say you are prepared, not
Okay.
an expert in this particular kind of ass kissing.
Yeah, this is a new kind of ass kissing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd love to help,
but that's
I
two.
don't think I
That's
can.
two successes.
Hey.
There we go. There we go. Yeah. So I think two things happen as a result of this.
Mm-hmm.
One is that Gumblestonks and Buttmeg get back pay. So massive checks in back pay. They also summarily get fired and banned from all Dungeon Mart stores.
That's okay. We live in hard.
I'm gonna break in after I'm done my stint in the Navy.
I can't wait to go back to work tomorrow at Dungeon Mart.
Yeah.
So I think that's about where I want to leave it, unless somebody unless somebody is like burning with one more thing that they want to bring in. Before we say goodbye,
There is one thing I can,
Okay, yeah, go.
Because Ergs has lightened up a little bit, but not properly yet. So I think after he's done all this, I think she replaces his notebook with one of the Tamer volumes she's written.
Sorry, one of the what volumes that you've written?
The Tamer volumes. Because, like I said, she most of the time when she's not working, she's writing smut.
Oh, smart. Yeah. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Self-published. Yes.
This is the equivalent of sharing your secret AO3 links.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is fantasy AO3 link, sharing your AO3 links. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's more tricking him into clicking on the AO3 links.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you use a false cover on the book so that
Oh yeah, 100%. See that, and
Okay.
definitely dig out a notebook that's the same stuff because almost certainly he's bought it from here. So
Oh yeah. Well,
we
look,
do
I
get
get
one that
that credit.
matches.
I get a 3% discount if I buy from here as an employee.
Bootlicking for the employee with doubts. Okay. Well, first let me thank everyone everyone here on this call, especially our invisible member of the call, our stream host.
Mhm.
And thank you to the mods. This stream is only possible because we have lots and lots of people who do a lot of work behind the scenes. And oftentimes people are, they have many hats. So lots of people love to be on the stream, but then there's also there's the people who do the social media, like myself and others. We have people who do the technical side of things. That includes our stream hosts, our chat moderators, and the people who set up um, the slides that you see in between the breaks. We have the people who made the music. If somebody can do the little command in chat to prompt the music thing, that would be great. We have people who put together music. We had a graphics team, people who put together all the art that you see for this stream. That was all made by people here in our community. So thank you to everyone who made this possible. I said it yesterday, but I'll say it again. This feels a lot like a reunion. I mentioned to Clay before the stream started that like this is the third year I've played a game with Clay, and it's always a real privilege and a joy to be able to do this, and I am so grateful to all the people who helped make it happen. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, be sure to check our Tiltify as donations come in. If you are able to donate at any level, that would so be appreciated. Every little bit helps, every little bit counts. No amount is too small, but give what you can. And we will we'll cut to not a commercial, but we'll cut to the break, and
Mhm.
let the other gang, the next folks up, get ready.
Thank you for running, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you for facilitating the
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It was
it's
fun.
been fun.